I'd like to welcome in the Brookings Institution, the Director of Foreign Policy Research, Michael O'Hanlon, who is with us. And, Michael, it's good to have you with us as they make their way towards the stage here. You can speak to the fact that we've literally rolled out the red carpet in a way that some said we should not have.
Yeah, I think it's fine as long as President Trump remembers what he seems to have concluded these last few months, that this war was started by Russia, that this war is being sustained by Russia, that there's no justification for Russia's war, that it's a war of aggression, and that even if Trump is willing to be friendly and amicable and diplomatic with President Putin, and I don't blame him for being pragmatic, that we still have to keep a clear eye on who started this war, because Putin is unlikely to agree to the kind of ceasefire that we've been insisting upon. And so we're probably going to have to apply more pressure. So nothing about today should change that basic fact. Otherwise, let's let them talk, and let's see if they can begin to move towards a ceasefire.
What do you make of the what looks to be an especially cordial greeting between these two men?
I have no particular problem with it. You know, I think back to President Trump meeting Kim Jong-un of North Korea in his first term. That was friendly. The year before, they were threatening each other, and I preferred the friendliness to the warmongering. Now, ultimately, that led nowhere, and the United States kept its pressure on North Korea, and we may have to do that here and actually step up the pressure on Russia. But I have no particular issue with President Trump being friendly towards Vladimir Putin, as long as he doesn't forget what he's been saying lately, which is he knows Putin started this war, and Putin is the reason the war doesn't stop now.
What does it mean to you that, as Eamon has told us, the mechanics of all of this has changed a bit? What we thought was going to be a one-on-one with just translators in the room, as has taken place in the past, will now actually be a three-on-three. And that the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, the Special Envoy, Steve Witkoff, will be in the room as well, presumably with their Russian counterparts.
I think it's better for the reasons that you were getting at a few minutes ago with your correspondent, that it suggests a little more substance to the conversation. The number one danger in this meeting would be that Vladimir Putin sweet talks President Trump and then feeds him a twisted, warped view of history through Putin's eyes that Putin himself may believe, but that is still completely tendentious about how eastern Ukraine is rightfully Russia's, if not the whole country of Ukraine. And I think when you have other people in the room, including the Secretary of State, who's a smart guy, it increases the odds the conversation will move in a substantive way. Trump himself is smart, but he's also, I think, prone to these kinds of more emotional meetings, if you will, and potentially to being wooed and swayed by Putin in a way that I hope Rubio would not be.